Fighters Fest, a Survivor Series, this isn't chess. And I'm in full gear, but keeping my cards close to my chest. You claim to be the best, my revolution is to beat the best. And you in the Viper's pit with nowhere to go, so what's left?
What's going on, everyone? It's KBTHEMARK, and we are back with wrestling reviews. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, push that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more uploads. But we are back. I'm back to give you wrestling reviews. Now, in order to keep this going, you have to show that you want me to continue to do this. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel. But enough of all that. We are here to talk about Forbidden Door. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. Ospreay, Omega tore the house down. Danielson Okada. Danielson wrestling the last 10 minutes with a fractured forearm and everything in between. My goodness. My goodness. But let's not waste any time. I'm not going to be here too long. Just want to give you my thoughts and opinion on Forbidden Door. We're going to go ahead and breeze through the pre-show. Mogul Embassy defeated Best Friends Rocky Romero, El Desperado. Athena beat Billy Starks in the first round of the Owen Hart's Women Cup. El Fantasmo defeated Stu Grayson, and Los Ingobernables de Japón beat United Empire. Those were your 4 matches on the pre-show. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into the actual show. Starting off with the AEW World Heavyweight Championship on the line. The devil himself, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, defending against the ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Oh my. So, gonna be completely honest, complete transparency. Hiroshi Tanahashi wrestled Swerve Strickland on the Collision before Forbidden Door. And I don't know, maybe it was me. I don't think Hiroshi Tanahashi looked that good. To me, he looks his age. And that's not a bad thing. I think because how high impact and high action and fast-paced Swerve Strickland is, it just wasn't a good fit. But when you have somebody like a Maxwell Jacob Friedman, the heel that he is, I believe he can get a good match out of anybody. And that's exactly what this match was. MJF healed it up all the way, really made Tanahashi look like a star. And the finish, well, the finish was a Maxwell Jacob Friedman finish, if there was ever a finish. Ref bump. He hit Tanahashi with the Dynamite Diamond Ring, and 1, 2, 3, MJF retains. He did send out a tweet because he did think he was going to beat Hiroshi Tanahashi in about 11 minutes. I thought that was actually really fun. But the match itself was fantastic. Great opener to what was the start of an excellent Forbidden Door. Moving on, we have the guy that everybody is just loving to hate on at this minute.
Oh no!
That's right. CM Punk made his return a couple weeks ago on the debut episode of Collision. Made his Dynamite return on the week leading up to Forbidden Door. And my goodness, we were given CM Punk versus Satoshi Kojima. A lot of you might not remember Satoshi Kojima. He had an excellent Dynamite match with John Moxley, and they tore the house down. And CM Punk and Kojima was absolutely no different. CM Punk literally getting booed out of the arena. He was completely booed. I'm talking just completely. He was booed. He was booed out of the arena. And it honestly, I sat here and I asked myself, I don't think these people know why they're booing. You know, you never, because we're on the outside looking in, we never really have all the details. So, you pick a side. You either rock with the Elite or you rock with CM Punk. And I'm not going to pick a side because I've become a fan of CM Punk through the years. And I've always been a fan of Omega, the Elite, and Hangman Adam Page. So I'm not really going to pick a side. But CM Punk versus Satoshi Kojima tore the, well, I won't say it tore the house down. To me, CM Punk has entered John Cena territory. There was a time back when SmackDown Live was first starting to take off, and John Cena had made his triumphant return. I think he had been off TV for, I want to say, a couple of months to almost a year. And I believe they were in Chicago. And John Cena made his return. And that's when you really started to hear John Cena get into that legendary area of he's cheered, he's booed, but either way, he's getting a reaction. This was all the same for CM Punk when he made his entrance. The match itself, it was a good match. CM Punk healed it up. Satoshi Kojima kept going for that lariat. They seem to be a step ahead of each other, and I really like that. CM Punk got the win. It was the opening round of the. It was the opening round of the Owen Hart Cup on the men's side, and a lot of people will sit here and say that, CM Punk should have been fired, yada yada yada. I'm going to sit here and say CM Punk absolutely deserved a spot on this card, and I'm glad Tony Khan gave it to him. CM Punk did get the win with the GTS, and then he started doing push-ups he started doing push-ups after the match. I don't know if you guys were paying attention or if you've noticed, he's actually started to lean more into the Hulk Hogan territory with the with the here, the hand to the ear, and the leg drop. So I'm really liking that he's putting these moves in that a lot of people from wrestlers that they don't really like. So I think it really adds to the heel character. And he is a face in Chicago and he's a heel everywhere else. I told Salamander the same thing when we were discussing if CM Punk when CM Punk comes back. I told him it's going to be the MJF effect, where MJF is a babyface in Long Island, he's booed everywhere else. Same thing for CM Punk. He's babyface in Chicago, he'll be booed everywhere else. Great match though. Great opening match for the Owen Hart Cup on the men's side. We had next the fatal four-way match for the AEW International Championship. Orange Cassidy defending against Daniel Garcia, Zack Sabre Jr., and Katsuyori Shibata. I am going to put over Zack Sabre Jr. First off, this match was absolutely fantastic. Man, fantastic. It's definitely in the top 4 of matches on the night. Zack Sabre Jr. wrestled the match of a lifetime here. Tony Khan and the folks at New Japan really wanted to make sure that Zack Sabre Jr. looked strong, and my goodness, he looked strong. I thought there were several times there where I was even hoping for Orange Cassidy to lose to Zack Sabre Jr. because that's just how great the match was, and that's just how great Zack Sabre Jr. wrestled. But I would be remiss if I didn't put over Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia, he's gotten that dance over, and I know a lot of people are like, he could be doing so much more. But I like Daniel Garcia in this role, and I like him. I can't sit here and pretend. I like mostly everything that Daniel Garcia does, and I like the fact that they're leaning into the you're a wrestler, but he does sports entertainer stuff, and you get the chance of you're a wrestler. That turn is coming because the Jericho Appreciation Society is falling apart, and you know what's coming. But this match was great. Orange Cassidy got the win. He pinned Garcia. It was an excellent match. My only question to AEW and Tony Khan is you had the opportunity to put it on Swerve. You didn't do it. And I'm not going to say that's a bad call. My question to Tony Khan and AEW is, who is going to take that belt off of Orange Cassidy? If it was me, I would run Zack Sabre Jr. Orange Cassidy at All In, and Zack Sabre Jr. would win the AEW International title across the pond, and that's who I would have dethrone Orange Cassidy. Excellent match, though. Excellent match. Moving on, we had Sonata defending the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Match was okay. Sonata did a interview in character where I won't say he buried Jack Perry, but he pretty much just put it out there. And this is the thought process that a lot of people had. You know, out of everybody on that roster, Malachi Black, Brody King, Andrade, Miro, you know, out of everybody on that AEW roster, you went with Jungle Boy. And Tony Khan has said on multiple occasions he looks at Jungle Boy as a future star, a future pillar of the company. So I can see why Tony Khan will give him the spot. But I also see the argument that a lot of other people are saying could have put somebody else there. The match was fine. It was fine. It was decent. I think the story was after the match, Sonata did get the win, and I definitely like that. He got the win with the moonsault and not his actual finish. So that was kind of odd, but it was all leading into the after the match. Hook was at ringside with Jungle Boy, and they go up the ramp, and you kind of sensed it. When they were standing in the ring, and they went up the ramp, and the camera kept going to him, went to commentary, and then went back, and you're just like, what's about to happen? And he clotheslines Hook. And what I immediately love about the angle is they cut back to the desk. Taz has his glasses off. He's pissed. He's trying to be impartial. He's trying to be unbiased. And then he's off commentary. Absolutely love it. And if this is going to get Taz realigning with Hook to take on Jungle Boy, I'm all for it. But my question to you guys in the comments section, Jungle Boy has been wanting gold. Is the FTW title the championship to put on Jungle Boy? I don't think it is. I think that Jungle Boy should take it off of Luchasaurus. When Luchasaurus turns on Christian Cage and goes back babyface, you can realign Jungle Boy and Christian, because now everything that Christian said was true. Jungle Boy was missing an edge, no pun intended. So I think that when Luchasaurus turns on Christian Cage, Jungle Boy will align himself back with Christian, and I think Jungle Boy is going to be the new TNT champion. But like I said, the match was okay. The post-match angle definitely made up for just the match being okay. Moving on, we had 10-man tag team action next. The Elite, the Young Bucks, Hangman, Adam Page, Eddie Kingston, Tomohiro Ishii versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Moxley, Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, Konosuke Takeshita, and Shota Umino. this match was fucking fantastic. So many spots in this match. So many spots. I think the spot that stands out to me is, or a couple spots, the first interaction between Kingston and Moxley, and even Kingston saving Moxley from a double super kick from the Bucks because they're friends. It's just like when they were beefing over the AEW world title, and you know, our paths have just aligned in this instance. So yeah, I really like that a lot. And I like the fact that Moxley didn't play into it, came in and hit Kingston with a cutter, and then we went and it just started going 100 miles a minute. But what really shocked me is Tomohiro Ishii picking up the win. Tomohiro Ishii picking up the win and pinning Wheeler Yuta. I was very shocked. You know, it always seems like Wheeler Yuta is the one taking these pins. So maybe Tony Khan thinks he's bulletproof. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't have Wheeler Yuta out here eating too many pins, but I guess when it comes to, you know, the New Japan talent, especially Tomohiro Ishii, I guess Wheeler Yuta could take a loss there. But fantastic match, fantastic 10-man tag. And Eddie Kingston going off on the Young Bucks after the match was absolutely fantastic as well. AEW Women's World Championship is on the line next. Toni Storm defending against Willow Nightingale. This match was really good, and I am not surprised because last year's Forbidden Door matchup, I'm pretty sure it was Thunder Rosa, Toni Storm. A lot of people had went into that match saying it just sticks out too much. You know, it seems kind of out of place. And the women went there and absolutely tore the house down. And same thing tonight. Willow and Toni Storm absolutely tore the house down. This looked like one of Toni Storm's toughest challenges in her AEW career, and I like that. I love the fact that Tony Khan is really letting Willow Nightingale go out there. I thought she put on a fantastic showing. She's got a bright future. And you know, I'm not really one of saying that AEW talent should go to WWE, but I would really love to see Willow Nightingale in WWE. I think there's a lot of money for her to be made if she wants to go. As long as they don't Bayley babyface her and they just let her be her and let her get over organically, I think Willow Nightingale has a great and excellent future lined up, whether it's with AEW, whether it's with New Japan, or whether it's with WWE. I would really love to see her in WWE. Willow, Bianca, Willow, Charlotte, Willow, Bayley, Willow, Io. The list goes on. I think she's going to have a fantastic career. I hope she sticks around in AEW, but if she wants to go to WWE, I think they're going to make a lot of money off her. And she's going to bring new eyes to that product. Her energy is infectious. It reminds me of the hugger Bayley before WWE decided to just run it into the ground. But the hugger the energy was absolutely infectious, especially with the Bayley buddies. But Toni Storm won. Like I said, she hit the Storm Zero, and it was absolutely fantastic. They tore the house down just like the women did last year. Moving on to the match of the night. I can't give this match enough praise. I'm gonna go out there and say that Meltzer gave this next match at least 6. We have the best bout machine, Kenny Omega, defending against Will Ospreay for the IWGP United States Championship. It's the best looking belt in the industry. I don't care what you marks say. I don't care what you WWE marks say. I don't care what you AEW marks say. The IWGP United States Championship is the best looking title in professional wrestling. It's drop dead gorgeous. This match was drop dead fantastic, marvelous even. The spots in here, I just can't. They did a callback to Wrestle Kingdom when Kenny Omega slammed Ospreay's head through a table. They recalled that spot with Ospreay slamming Omega's head through the table, the announcer's table. Omega with the DDT onto the stairs. The Tiger Driver 91. My goodness, I thought Kenny Omega was done. I don't know how he kicked out. In being completely transparent, that was my first time seeing the Tiger Driver 91, and my goodness, Ospreay hitting the one-winged angel for Omega to kick out at 1. Oh my goodness. The one-winged angel kick out at 1. Oh my goodness, man. It led to a fantastic back and forth in the last 5 minutes of big move, kick out, big move, kick out. The last 5 minutes were absolutely killer. It then led to Ospreay hitting the Stormbreaker for the win. This match was 7 stars at least to me. At least 7 stars. This match, oh my goodness, I can't even put into words how good this match was. And the main event, which I'll get to in a second, the main event was great, but nothing was going to live up to this. Nothing was going to live up to this. This absolutely should have been the main event, but I understand why Tony Khan and the folks at New Japan wanted to go Danielson Okada. But my goodness, run it back at Wembley at All In and give me a gimmick stipulation. I need to see these two again. The Wrestle Kingdom match was already being regarded as one of the best matches of the year. This topped this. This match topped their Wrestle Kingdom match. This match is the best pay-per-view match of the year. I am going to go on record and you can quote me. I don't think there will be a better match this year on pay-per-view. I don't think there will be a better match on pay-per-view this year. Ospreay and Omega tore the house down. Absolutely tore the house down. My match of the night. 6-man tag. Sting, Tetsuya Naito, Darby Allin versus Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki, the Lei Suzuki Gods. Match was fine. Sting seemed a little bit out of it. I think either he got the wind knocked out of him when Guevara hit that 630, or he might have just had his bell rung. He definitely looked a little bit out of place. But again, Sting is in his 60s. And the fact that Sting is even still wrestling is fine. I thought this was great. Or not great. I thought it was just fine. The match was serviceable and it did what it had to do. My only complaint would be that they kind of put it in a cool down spot, which I would understand because of Ospreay and Omega. So you kind of want to give them a cool down. Me personally, I honestly would have went with a double main. I would have put this right. Like I said, it should have been the main event, but I understand doing Danielson versus Okada. So I absolutely would have put this before Danielson and Okada. But the match was fine. Very serviceable. Main event, the dream match. Bryan Danielson, Kazuchika Okada. What can I say about this match? What can I say about this match? Absolutely lived up to it. Now, a lot of the people are going to tell you that, oh, it didn't live up to it. It wasn't good enough. I was expecting more. Bro, we got Danielson and Okada. And I understand you wanting more, but this absolutely lived up to it. The Ospreay match was so good, nothing was going to follow it. This match was great. Technical masterpiece. They absolutely killed each other. And Danielson pretty much fracturing his forearm with 10 minutes left. And he even said it in the post-media scrum. A lot of people, when they injure them, or when they get injured, they have two choices. You can stop or go. And he said some of his best moments is when he decided to go. This was the same. He decided to tough it out, and seeing him tap out Okada with one arm, and that submission move where he tapped Okada out looked absolutely brutal. It was absolutely brutal. I don't know what more you can say about these two. I tell you what, give me Danielson Okada 2 at Wembley. Okada wins, and then we do the rubber match at Wrestle Kingdom in January, and I will have Okada win there. But great match, excellent match, great pay-per-view. Danielson tapping out Okada was not something I had on my 2023 card. But excellent match, excellent pay-per-view. And I know Camille Salamander is gonna say, nah, WrestleMania was way better. Nah, nope. WrestleMania in 2 nights couldn't match what AEW and New Japan did in a 4 to 5 hour time span. These two companies absolutely put on a show for the ages, and I have no complaints. Forbidden Door, I put it up there with the WrestleMania season. It's always a fun time when we get to this time of the year, and honestly, tonight was no different. Tonight was absolutely yesterday was absolutely no different. These two companies went ahead and again tore it down. And I just go back to last year, and the matches we got last year, Forbidden Door last year was cursed. This year we had all the talent outside of Adam Cole and his match being canceled because he was ill, a little bit under the weather. So outside of that, and I'm kind of okay with that because then it shortened up the card a little bit. It shortened up the time length of the pay-per-view. I know a lot of people complain about AEW and their 4 to 5 hour pay-per-views. But that's fine though, because normally you get about 4 to 6 pay-per-views a year from the company. So, them doing 4-hour shows to me is fine. But this pay-per-view absolutely lived up to it. My match of the night can be none other. Ospreay, Omega, IWGP United States title for the house down. If you don't like AEW, and that's fine, you don't have to. If you don't like AEW, I ask you to at least go back to this card and watch Ospreay versus Omega. You will not be disappointed. This whole card didn't disappoint. There wasn't one bad match on this card. This pay-per-view is going to be the best pay-per-view of the year. I don't think there's going to be another pay-per-view that's going to live up to it, pay-per-view or premium live event. I don't think there's going to be one that lives up to it. These two companies absolutely put a card together and they tore the house down. That's it for me. Wrestling reviews. I will be back for the review of Monday Night Raw, the go home show to Money in the Bank, which is this upcoming Saturday, July 1st. That's it for me. Like I said, we are back with wrestling, or I'm back with wrestling reviews. You have to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Please show me that you want me to continue to do things. I don't really have, is there anything else I want to add? No, I'm pretty much good. Yeah, I'm pretty much good. So, like I said, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, push that notification bell. Show me that you want me to continue to do these things. Once again, I'm KBTHEMARK, signing off until the next one. And this has been Wrestling Reviews with KBTHEMARK.
I started with nothing and came out a king. I've been the one that's been ballin' for rings. It's been me and my team and we chasing the green. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free.